I know what you're thinking, this guy doesn't do acoustics. I'm doing a favour, and it's a little bit interesting, so come along for the ride. Battery exhausted, she says. I'm fucking exhausted. So here we are for another Monday morning special, an extravaganza, a bonanza. Let's stop the camera moving. It's an extravaganza, a bonanza of bullshit. I'm doing an acoustic guitar. It's a favour for a mate, and he's lovely. This is Scott. Here's his moment of fame on the fucking channel. Lovely. He's a very, very nice lad. His personality matches his good looks. Although he is looking a bit old recently, so don't think you got away with it, Scotty boy. Scott sent me a message and said, I want to get a guitar for my daughter, Aisha. I won't put her picture up here because I don't want it ending up on the dark web. And some of you are proper unhinged. I had a little look. I thought, that's cheap, innit? That's very cheap. It might need a bit of love. Who do we know that does that on a Monday? I do. So I bought it, and it's a Ditson.
What the heck is that, man?
Never heard of it. Ditson is made by Sigma. And Sigma rip off Martin. And Martin is fucking brilliant. He's a lovely bloke. Ginger.
Gingers have toes.
I've had it out at home. It's very nice. It's quite surprised. It does need a little bit of love. It's a bit sharp on the edges. A bit like my personality. It's all right once you get stuck in. I would like to have made that unboxing a little bit more seamless, but it's just me taking something out of a box, innit? Look at that for a pretty little thing. It's got a solid top. It's got a brown fretboard. It's got teeny tiny frets that wouldn't pass the wank test. They definitely wouldn't. They're sharper than a badger's claws. It's a big guitar. It sounds good. It's got good volume. It poses a problem because I don't know how I'm going to record it downstairs because I haven't got a fancy mic. And a mixing station and all that sort of stuff. So Ditson is made by Sigma. Sigma is made by Martin. I think they were back in the day. Correct me in the comments, that's fine. That's Nick Mr. Cassidy's little meme there, clicky fingers. It's gonna be a laminated back and sides. Does it matter a fuck? No, it's 150 quid. It's got a scarf joint, which I'm neither here nor there about. You can see it very clearly. Actually, I think that makes it a little bit cooler. I'd rather have one that you can either see clearly or not see it all. Somewhere in between looks a bit of a facade. The tuners do adjust the string pitch. I'll take that bit of plastic off there, take the contact lenses off. It's a great looking little guitar, and it sounds brilliant. There's even a little bit of a flame in this wood. It's a weird pattern. It is weird. It's very weird looking. I've not seen this before. I don't know what it is. I'll put it up on the screen now what it's made of. I presume it's wood. It's a characteristically chunky neck for an acoustic guitar. It joins the body at the 14th fret, which is very short. It always feels weird for an electric guitar player. We've got no cutaway, as I'm sure you've already noticed. The tuners work very well. There's a little knobbly bit on there in case you want to put your strap on. We won't be bringing the strap on out for this video because it's for a young lady and we want to keep it clean. She's not going to watch the videos. Of course she's not. The only thing I've really got to do with this guitar is I want to check. We've got loads of neck relief. Neck relief, not necrophile. It's not Jimmy Savile. I know I've got some things in common. Touchy. Right, let's run through what I'm going to do because it's very mundane. I'm going to check the string height, the action at the 12th. All right, I'm going to do that because it seems a little bit high. I'm assuming, one of the two, that once I straighten this neck out and give it a little bit less relief, we're going to lower the action down and I don't have to adjust anything on the saddle. Everyone knows that on an acoustic guitar, if you want to adjust the saddle, and that one's a little bit on the wonk, but I haven't really noticed any intonation issues. If you want to adjust the saddle on an acoustic guitar, you have to take it out, you have to sand the bottom of it, pop it back in, bit by bit, bit by bit. Very frustrating, very annoying. Very important for the tonality of the guitar. This is one where the wood actually makes a difference that you will hear because it's a fucking speaker. And this is laminated crap wood. So there you go. What does that tell you? Let's take some measurements. Sounds good. Sounds very tonal. Stiff as a badger, this neck. So I'm not going to worry about deflections and all that sort of stuff when I'm taking my measurements here. It's not going to make any difference. 1.5 on the high E, which we all know is a little bit high. And on the low E, Jesus Christ, 2.2. I don't know why I brought Jesus into it. It's not his fault. 2.2. Other deities are available. So I'm going to straighten the neck out a little bit because there's a lot of relief, tons of relief. I'm not going to measure that because that's boring, isn't it? I don't even know if my notch straight edge will work on this scale. I've recommended this crimson notch straight edge many times. The new variety has a much skinnier bottom. I think they've done that to stop people from leaving the rulers on there, because if you do that and knock it and it falls off, it fucks up whatever it touches. Someone did mention that. So a skinnier tooth that you cannot just sit there and leave is a better design in my eyes, so don't think you got a bad one. As it happens, the Marley Studios notch straight edges, which are much cheaper and honed personally by me here in the workshop, I've just got to get my branding sorted out, will be coming soon with a fancy little curved edge. It's funny, when I'm looking for things in the workshop, I like rush because the cameras are on. I'm just going to edit it out, so why am I rushing around? I'm looking for my other large acoustic Allen key. Allen! Oh, that set the dog off next door. No. Which is weird because I'm pretty sure they haven't called their dog Allen. So I'm assuming it's still clockwise. Already under tension, that one. That's a little bit less. I don't really want to be doing a fret job on this guitar. It's an acoustic anyway, so we're going to have a little bit more clearance. But I do want a relatively straight neck. I'm interested to see how far we can push it. Out comes a skinny pick. Let's have a little test. Just got a little bit of a dodgy fret on the first, which is annoying. I don't really want to do a fret job. I think it doesn't like having that much of a straight neck. That is a much lower action. Just that first fret. Let's have a little look at what our measurements are, because that is low. It is very low. I think we might be taking the piss there a little bit. Yeah, 1.24 is very low for an acoustic guitar. It is low. I'm just kind of taking you along for the ride on this one because it's interesting to see what you get out of the box, how it plays. I don't think Aisha's going to be playing much lead guitar on this, so I might introduce a little bit more relief in the neck just to get our clearance on the first fret. It doesn't really need any more than that. Not a particularly consistent nut. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to reintroduce a tiny bit of relief because we're pretty straight on that neck and it doesn't like it. She don't like it. She don't like being straight. Tiny amounts, tiny. I think that's cured that already. Yeah, we're there. It's a fabulous sounding guitar. I do like acoustic guitars with new strings. Some people don't like it. It's a bit too zingy, but it just brings it to life. It's a lovely little guitar. The frets are sharper. They're fucking sharp. They are sharp. So I'm going to unwind the strings now. I'm not going to film that because everyone will fall asleep. And I'm just going to fretalize this and tidy up the ends of the frets. I'll bring you in and we'll do that a little bit slowly because otherwise this video is going to be 4 seconds long. Hand on hip again. Got to stop doing that. I think it was 81 Guitar Works, this geezer. If you haven't watched Simon, go and watch Simon's channel. He's very good. He's got more knowledge than I have. I think I saw him doing this, putting the strings to the side and not taking them off. And I thought, fucking eureka! Why have I never done that? Rough old fretboard, this one. Rough. Might be a candidate for a little bit of minge fudge. Shall we? Shall we treat ourselves? First thing I'm going to do, even though it's a bit awkward, I'm just going to sort out the ends of my frets. I'm going to bring you in on little Dave a bit closer. We'll get out teeny tiny fret end dressing Wannabunner. If you want to be really careful, put something on your guitar so you don't mark it up. Use your brain. As my dad used to say, use the brain thickie, as he was whacking me in the temple. Wonder why if that's why I'm so unhinged. That's a lot better. It's a little bit slow and niggly, but I'm just going to plod along now. I'm going to go all the way up the fretboard, get all these filed in so they feel nice, and then we're going to come back with a fretalizer and just polish them up and get them to a better shine. I've got one other little new bit I've bought. Something a bit swankier than normal, but I'll bring you back for that. Turn off cameras, go back. I'm going to file all of these because I don't want to send you to sleep, and we'll come back and we'll give them a polish, and I'll just run through the polishing system. We don't really be putting wet polish in anywhere near any of this. How good can we make this £150 guitar? And I'll tell you what, At this price point, there is not a complaint. It was fine as it is, but we are going to make it better, and that's what you should all be doing. Back in the game. That was a bit over dramatic, wasn't it? And probably a little bit shit, and I'll probably edit that out. I say that quite often actually, and I don't bother. There is a link below for Fertilizer. It's not a sponsored link, it's not an affiliate link, it's just a good recommend, because it's bloody good. So I'm going to put my cheeky protector on there, which is nice because it's going to hold my strings out of the way. And I'm just going to whip over. You can see how much that's touched that up straight away. Try and get over the edge. That's all going to help the deburring process. All just designed to make it a bit more comfy for you, innit? If you catch your fretboard with this, it will scratch it, so it's a bit of a pain in the ass. So only do the ends without your little protector on. Stay protected, lads. Especially when you're going home with those hippocrocker pigs. You know what I mean? The big 20 stone gingers. You've got to be careful. So I'm going to whip up through now. We've got 1500 on here. I don't know where that came from. I honestly don't know. Sometimes my brain just goes, say it, say it. And I shouldn't say it, but I do. 15, 2, 4, 4,000, 8,000. It's really fucking boring. We'll zoomy up the top. A speedy uppie without music. And we'll just see what we're going to look like at the end. And then we'll apply a bit of minge fudge because that's my favourite part for obvious reasons. Right, back on the bench because there's another little stage I'm doing. Watching Breaking Beard podcast. I do like it. Feel free to tag me in their videos because I still want to build the bugger a guitar. But he's got about a gazillion subscribers now, so I don't know if this little fish will get noticed in his ocean. But we'll keep trying. So I've got some this fretboard was pretty rough. I've got some 800 grit sandpaper and I'm just literally just touching up. You basically go one side then the other and just stay away from the fret. And I'm just going up and just smoothing it out a little bit before I apply my fudge. We should end up with a fretboard that looks a little bit like that. Nice and even. She did feel very rough. As you get up to the smaller frets, smaller bit of sandpaper. Ho ho! Logic, spitting bars. Yep! Fretboards is best to go with the grain before you fret it. That's the general rule. So if you are going to go across the grain, it's not the end of the world. It's a bit more extra work. Don't go coarser than 800 grit because you'll put scratches in against the grain. That will take forever to get out. So 800 is the absolute coarsest. You can then go back at it with a bit of 1000 if you want. I'm not going to worry. I'm going to try a fret rubber. Got a super fine fret rubber. I think it's a crimson one. Lots of people do these now. And I'm just going to go against the grain. Just allowing that to touch the edge of that nut there. Going against the grain. It's just going to clear out a lot of this dust. Don't worry about getting the edge of the fret. That's all nice. It's a sort of job, once you start to do your frets like this against the grain, once you start, you've got to finish it and you've got to take your time. Otherwise, it's going to look shit. Right, good hoover, good hoover. Make sure he's got a good quality fluffy embezzler. Very important. Right, we haven't seen her for a while. Here comes Monty's Minge Fudge. It's not really called Minge Fudge, and I wouldn't want to be associated in any way to Monty's because they make some lovely products. Very posh pickups, but I call mine Minge Fudge because I'm a fucking wanker. Right, just so everyone gets an idea of what the time scale is, it's currently March the 31st. I'm running the London Marathon on the 28th of April. And yesterday I did 26k as a practice run.
I'm pretty tired.
Everyone says you have to train up to 32k before the marathon and then crawl the last 10k, which is kind of what I'm doing. Did intend to get a few full marathons under my belt, but it's fucking hard. So I've got 29k next Sunday and 32 the Sunday after. Wish me luck because it's bloody brutal. Right, here comes me liberal application of Minge Fudge. You've got to really get it on there. I don't know what the finish is on this fretboard. It's got something quite thick and goopy on it, I think, because this doesn't seem to be penetrating. There you go, we put that on. We're going to leave that for about half an hour while I have a coffee, and I'm going to come back and buff that off. Got a little bit on the strings there, I didn't want to do that. Don't get it on your strings, take your strings off, right? No doubt you'll have some new ones. Surprised by these, they were pretty good. I'll see you after a coffee. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so we're back on the bench. I had some Spanish grains as well as coffee because I'm a fat fuck. Couldn't help myself. Starving today, starving. I'm supposed to be slimming down. Someone did just comment that I shouldn't take the piss out of Mrs. Richards' ankles because I've got a fat fucking gut. Well, have a little look at this clip. I'm the third one from the left. That is some big fellas. Little recap, they've sprayed this fretboard with something. It's really weird. Minge fudge did not sink in, waste of time. Oil does not sink in, waste of time. It's real wood, but it is coated and impregnated with something very, very sinister. But it's probably quick in a factory and they whip it out. Of course they do. But the result is we've got a super smooth fretboard. Very, very smooth, which is much nicer. Frets are all nice and smooth. Everything's nice. The beauty about brown fretboards is that they just need a little bit of oil and a very, very simple contraptions. Once you start rubbing stains into things, I mean, if someone handed you that and said, give that a sniff, you'd fucking shit your pants, wouldn't you?
It smells like shit.
Looks like they already have. That's hideous. I've got to watch that back when I'm editing and I'm going to think to myself, what are you fucking doing, Paul? And then I'll leave it in the edit. Ha! So, last little thing, I bought myself some nut lube. So there's something else we can make funnies about, isn't it? It's called Big Ben's Nut Sauce, which I think's hilarious. Somebody out there thinks like I do. I love that. This looks like a plastic nut, a Graph Tech, a fake bone nut. So I'm gonna, before I tighten up these strings, I'm just gonna, and you basically use this little brush. You get a bit in there. People used to just put pencil in here, didn't they? Bit of graphite. So we've noobed up our lut. We've noobed up our lut. Don't know where. See where my brain goes? Fucking what a prick. Right, I'm going to tune her up. I'm going to take her downstairs. I'm going to try and record it with this little thing, with the Rode mic, and see if I can pick up a decent sound. Because if I can, then that'll be a lot easier, won't it? So let's shoot down to Fritzl's. And he's not down anymore. I think he's still safely locked up. And he's quite old now, so I'm pretty sure I'd fuck him up if there's any trouble. Incidentally, when I look over at the door, all I can see is Fred West sticking his head round the corner. Get on, Fred. So anyway, down to Fritzl's, yonder, and let's see if we can get this little bitch to sing. Right, I don't know if this is going to record very well, but we'll give it a fucking whirl, shall we? It's conclusion time, best part of the video. This is 150 quid. Sounds like a guitar, feels like a guitar, plays like a guitar. It's really, really good. Absolutely, out of the box it was fine. It was a bit sharp, a little bit rough around the edges, but oh my God, some of the shit shows that I've seen over the years that people have bought, fucking terrible. This is absolutely, well, comment below if you've played one of these yourselves. What a fantastic guitar to learn on. Thanks for Guitar for sending it here in one piece. It's not sponsored. It's just they're just a big firm in Plymouth. In Plymouth, they're just a big internet company in England, and yeah, I've ordered quite a few things over the years, and they've been fine. No problems, and they're very good at answering emails and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, guitar. They always got shit in stock as well. It's massive. Must be a big warehouse. Yeah, highly recommend this to your learner. I mean, it's normally Yamaha and all the rest of it. The advice is always the same from me. Go to a shop, and there's lots of stores. Anderton's, Guitar. Go to your local shops and find. There's in Plymouth. It's called Sound Unlimited, and they've got a lovely little range of guitars. They can't stock everything, but you can go and find what you want, and you can play the one you want, and find the one that's been set up and you love it. That means more than ordering something online. This is always a gamble. Less of a gamble because I was going to give it some love because I've been abused by my friend for my fucking goodwill. But I've only got it to the standard that a lot of shops might do. Thanks for watching this week. It's an unusual one. Acoustics. Don't normally do acoustics. But I've had a bit of fun. And yeah, come back next week. Love you. Bye.